I'm Tech Sergeant Roberts. I'm the Rise 6 President. Welcome, everybody, for coming to the Rise 6 Gen Membership Meeting. First, we're going to start off with our vision statements. Rise 6 aims to enhance camaraderie between all junior enlisted personnel and provide opportunities to strengthen ourselves as enlisted leaders, learn from our collective experiences under the guidance of our senior NCOs, and exhibit a level of military professionalism commensurate with the quality of service extended to our communities. So we're gonna go into a breakdown to what that means to us. Camaraderie, leadership, and community. Next. So camaraderie, establishing ties within a growing from the common junior enlisted experience. How we accomplish camaraderie, extend membership to all military services, because this is a joint base. Create opportunities to work together during self-sufficiency planned events. Invite all members to discuss any issues in a monthly open forum. This right here, next. Leadership, strengthen skills to enable confidence in roles with increased responsibilities and influence. How we accomplish leadership, provide opportunities to lead regularly available volunteer events, fundraisers, invest in knowledge, guest speakers able to mentor and develop enlisted leaders. Next. Community, be valuable to others. How we accomplish community, support our surrounding military and civilian co-workers, families, and organizations by participating in and hosting service-oriented activities. Represent our respective services and ourselves in professionalism and knowledgeable viewpoints. Maintain our goal of doing good with every event. And we'll go into that a little bit more. Next. So, first I'd like to start with, first, welcome. And is this anyone's first meeting? Okay, so please stand up, or you don't even have to stand up, but just introduce yourself. I want you to answer 3 questions. What unit are you from? How did you hear about this meeting? And what do you hope to gain?
Staff Sergeant Mark Sajak from the Air Force Honor Guard. I heard about the meeting through email, and hope to gain just the knowledge of what's going on around. It's easy in my job to be kind of secluded in the Honor Guard. You know, we get kind of cut off from everybody. So I think it'd be a good idea to kind of see what's going on in the world.
Okay, how long have you been in here?
I've been here for a year and a half now.
Okay, well, welcome. Look forward to working with you.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Sergeant Robinette. I'm First Sergeant at the 11th Medical Squadron here on Bowling. I heard about it because I'm the JBAV First Sergeant, the mentor.
Yes.
So I'm new to this, so, you know, let me get settled in. I'll be a little more better conduit for y'all. And I'm here to serve, so let me know what y'all need.
Thank you.
I'm Tech Sergeant McGreen. I'm from the band. So I heard this in an email and then from Sergeant Quintello, and we're pretty, we don't PCS, so we're very together all the time. So I thought it would be nice to get to meet some other people on the installation.
All right, how long have you been in?
3 years.
3 years, okay. All right. Next.
No, not ever.
She's shy, so you gotta bear with her.
I'm Airman Boone. I'm from the Pentagon, and I heard about this through email as well. And I'm here to just get out of my comfort zone.
Okay, great. She's a resiliency trainer also, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm Sergeant Jones. I'm from the Pentagon as well. I work in A3. My supervisor sent me this email, and I just got here like 3 weeks ago, so I'm just trying to get involved and meet people.
Okay, where are you coming from?
Nellis.
Oh, different coast, okay.
Yeah.
Pentagon representing heavily in there.
Cool.
All right.
Since there's some new people, I don't know some of you. So I'm Tech Sergeant Quintello. I'm the treasurer of the Rising Six, and it's great to see everybody. I'm also in the band, and the reason I joined the Rising Six was to just kind of get out of the band bubble. I know you're from the Honor Guard. It's kind of, you know, we like to stick together, but I also enjoy meeting other people and networking, and I just enjoy knowing what's going on around the base, and I want to get involved.
You want to?
I mean, might as well since we're
Yeah.
going around the room. Hi, I'm Airman A. Bear, and I'm over at the Medical Squadron and work in the Flight Medicine Clinic. And I've been a member for the Rising Six for about a year or so. I've attended some meetings, and I wanted to step up my game and try to get a little more involved. I'm a huge proponent for, you know, community involvement, civic engagement, that sort of thing, just overall volunteerism. So I thought this would be a great opportunity. And I'm the vice president for this private org. So thank you for all
VP,
for being here.
Negative VP.
right, so, thank you all for coming. We have the meetings every month, and it's gonna be attached on our agenda, so next time, just bring somebody, bring 2 people, bring 5, 50. Nah, not 50. I don't think we have enough space to accommodate that, but, you know. All right, so, to get to it, because we value your time, I'm gonna introduce our guest speaker. We have Mr. Ted Hart, Lead Education Service Specialist. He's gonna be able to answer all your TA questions, any burning questions, maybe inform you in anything that you, as far as education related, and that way you could take back to your unit and educate someone else. All right, so.
Yeah.
We're gonna rock and roll today, y'all. Good afternoon, everyone. Afternoon. My name is Ted Hart. I'm an education specialist for the Air Force. And this afternoon, I plan on giving you all a canned briefing on all the services we render, but I will tell you our primary mission. It is to foster an environment that is conducive to lifelong learning. That's our primary mission, to be here as a support element for you all as you pursue your careers and higher education. A lot of us came into the Air Force with just a high school diploma, but we came in with some exceptional skills that the Air Force found valuable. So now our goal is to do what we call sustainment training, develop those skills to the next level, and to eliminate all of those fears you have about pursuit of higher education, right? Is that right, Quintella?
Oh yeah.
There you go. The plan is to make sure we give you everything you need to succeed. Now, a lot of us have questions, so what I'd like to do is kind of go around the room and see if you guys and ladies have any questions you have regarding military tuition assistance, education goals, degree plans, you know, just pursuing your education before I go through all of this long presentation if you need me to do that. Yes, sir.
So, I should already have my degree, but I don't.
That's
y'all,
okay.
y'all get y'all sooner than me. I need to go to a TA brief. Where do I do that at?
With me.
Alright.
You
When?
call me, write this number down, 703
Yes, sir.
614
Yeah.
3633. If you come on Tuesdays, I'm right here at the JBAB Education Office on Tuesdays from 0800 to 1600 hours. You stop in, you don't need an appointment, just stop in and I'll take good care of you on the spot time.
Alright.
That's easy. That's why we're here, we work for you all, believe it or not. So if anyone tells you they're busy and they can't take care of you, they're not telling the truth. We don't have anything else to do but take care of you. That's why we're here. Keep that in mind. This is why the Air Force said, I want Mr. Hart and all of those folks around him to come in and support Air Force voluntary education. That's why. Any other questions? Things that you guys, yes
I have a
ma'am?
question. So, I guess I'm a little bit confused about the difference between the Montgomery and the post 9/11 GI Bill. I don't even know how to. I'm not even sure what I have, and I'm not sure how to look up which one I have and how do I switch to a different one if that's what I want to do. Which one's better? What would you recommend?
Here's what I recommend to everyone, and I recommend this yesterday. Apply for the post 9/11 GI Bill. This benefit came out in 2008, signed by President George W. Bush, and it was enacted into law back in 2008, where the first checks going out in 2009. The post 9/11 GI Bill is designed to cover your total cost of education expenses. It is designed that you can also transfer this benefit to your dependents if you have dependents. But let's say Quintella wants to use it for herself. There's no obligation that you incur for keeping the benefit and utilizing it for yourself. To qualify for the benefit, 3 or more years of active service since September 10, 2001. 3 or more years of service. That means you qualify for 100% of the benefit. Here's how the benefit pays. It pays full tuition and fees to any state school that you attend. Any state school that you attend, whether it be in this state or any other state. That's the whole design behind the benefit. If you use it when you leave active duty, it will also pay you BAH as an E5 with dependents. This is post 9/11. If you use it while you're on active duty, you do not get the BAH, but you do get up to $1,000 per academic year to cover your books. Plus, all your tuition is paid. And you can use it to cover top up, like your tuition assistance top up, cover the delta, what TA does not cover. Post 9/11 GI Bill will cover that delta as well. And when you use the benefit, people think when I use $1 or $2 of it, I'm using the whole month of benefits. You're not. You're only using a percentage of a month because it is paid based on the rate of pursuit. Quarter time, half time, 3/4 time, full time. That's how the post 9/11 GI Bill works. To find out if you have the benefit, you go into product, pull up your records, and you'll see if you applied for the Montgomery GI Bill. You pull up DD form 2366. It's in product. It'll tell you what benefit you applied for, and it'll also show you won't apply for post 9/11 coming on active duty. Only Montgomery GI Bill is what you can apply for coming in. But here's the thing, you'll see whether or not you declined it or you accepted it. If you accepted Montgomery GI Bill, which is chapter 30, $100 per month of your paycheck will come out of your paycheck every single month for 12 consecutive months. Did you do that?
No, sir, that's what we were just working out, is that never,
You never did, right?
Never did.
And I got you 2366, right?
yes, sir.
There you go. So we're gonna make sure they don't take any money from you. Did they take it from you already?
No, don't we want them to?
No, you don't,
Oh,
because you want to get the post 9/11.
I'm glad I'm here.
There you go. That's great. That's great. Okay? So here's the difference between the two benefits. Post 9/11 pays the school directly when you're attending school. Montgomery GI Bill pays you directly, up to about $2,000 per month if you're a full-time student. Being on active duty, you cannot be a full-time student. You're only gonna get a percentage of that benefit. So it's never really enough to cover your cost of attendance on a monthly basis. Never really enough. So the recommendation, go to post 9/11. Keep in mind, post 9/11 pays all tuition and fees and book money, right? Montgomery GI Bill pays only tuition, that's it. And that's up to a maximum of $2,068 per month, that's it, as a full-time student. So if you're not full-time, you're not gonna draw on a full-time benefit. Big difference in the benefits. You're talking about $1 million versus $500.
So I would have selected either one or the other while
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
at basic training.
Yes, ma'am. You
Okay.
selected one, you just either selected, say, I decline it or I accept it. If you accepted it, if you look at your leave and earnings statement, you see $100 a month per month.
So if
on
I
your check
accepted
for
it, then
12
that means
months.
I messed up.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
No, you didn't mess up. You did not mess up. Here's how you get your money back. So if you put $1,200 into
Right.
it, like maybe Sergeant McGree may have done, right?
Mhm.
Here's what happens. Once you transfer to post 9/11 GI Bill, and you exhaust all of your post 9/11 GI Bill, you get your $1,200 back. Because post 9/11 GI Bill is not a contributory benefit, it's based on time you served since September 10, 2001. That's how it works.
So once you use your your post 9/11 GI Bill, then you get
use it all
your.
up, and then you get your $1,200 back on your last stipend check from
Okay.
the post 9/11 GI Bill.
But you have to use all of it,
You gotta use all of it to get
and
your
then you
check
get $1,200 back.
Get your $1,200 back if you contributed $1,200. But let's suppose we declined the Montgomery GI Bill coming on active duty. That did not disqualify you from the post 9/11. Post 9/11, like I say, it's based on time served on active duty since September 10, 2001.
What
Good?
form did you say? To look
DD
at?
Form 2366. You can find it in Prada under your documents.
So
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
if I have the Montgomery GI Bill at this point, I have just over 4 years in service.
Right.
Can I transfer to the post
Yes, ma'am,
9/11
you sure can.
today?
Today,
Okay,
yesterday, like I said, right?
right.
You
Yesterday.
can transfer
Yeah.
yesterday. Yes, you can.
I wish
can
they
help
would have
you do
told
that.
us that at basic training because I didn't know what I was signing. They just said sign it, and they were yelling at
There
us,
you
and
go.
everybody
Quick
was scared,
brief.
and they signed it, and that was
As a
it.
former drill instructor, I can sympathize with you for that. I can sympathize with you, but that's exactly what happened. Sign a paper training and get down the line. See you when you get back. $1,200, done. Well, you were first in Utah.
So if you like signed to say like you wanted to use your Montgomery GI Bill, but you haven't used it yet, can you still transfer over? to
Yes, you
now?
can. Now, did you apply for your Montgomery GI Bill already to use it?
I think so, yes.
And is this your first term of service?
Yes.
You have to wait until you re-enlist in order to apply for post 9/11. Because you can't not, as of 2011, if you came in after 2011, did you come in after 2011? After 2011, if you came in after 2011, you can only apply for one or the other. So you'd have to complete the term of service you signed up for first to qualify to apply for the other one. Meaning you applied to use it, you got a letter from the VA, is that correct? So now here's the other thing, if you never went to the VA to apply for any letters of eligibility, that's why you wanna check your DD Form 2366. And you'll see a code 5, meaning you applied for the post 9/11 GI Bill, the Montgomery GI Bill, and that's the bill you have right now today. But you can switch to post 9/11. And if you got 3 or more years of service since September 10, you qualify for 100% of the benefit, and it is 36 months of benefits, 4 9-month academic years. Top of your question.
2 parts. Why would a member use the Montgomery GI GI Bill on active duty?
They could to use it for top-up. Let's suppose
Okay.
you're going to grad school, for
Okay.
example. Grad school costs more than $750. Let's say the cost of a course is $1,000, and you wanna spend that money out of your back pocket. Then that means the delta, the 1,000 versus 750, the GI Bill can cover that through tuition assistance top-up. But you have to apply for your letter of eligibility from the VA in order to use tuition assistance top-up.
So if you don't mind me asking, why did you touch your GI Bill? Like, we still got 100% TA, right?
Yes,
So is it, again, this is not, I'm just trying to figure out if somebody misled you or, you know, you just,
No, I needed money to pay for books,
for what?
for books.
Book, okay.
TA does not pay for books.
Ah,
It only pays for tuition and tuition only, that's it, no fees.
Okay.
As of 2015, tuition assistance only pays for tuition.
okay.
It used to pay for technology fees and things of that nature, but never books, but technology fees and things of that nature, but not anymore. 2015, all that changed. Yes, sir.
Now, some classes, some schools, they have like online curriculum
Mhm.
where the books are included in the class. Is that still, that's still covered, right?
That's still covered, cause it's all, let's say if it's 750, let's say AMU, American Military University, books are included with the tuition.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with us. We're gonna pay $250 per semester, that's all they're charging. So that's it, we covered. Yes,
Second
sir.
part, whenever she goes to go post 9/11, does she incur another commitment?
No, she does not. Like I said, if you give the benefit to a dependent, yes, you do incur a 4-year commitment, you do. If you keeping it for yourself, there is no additional time you need to serve. Like I was telling Reverend Boone, if she applied for Montgomery GI Bill, and this is her initial term of enlistment, she has to re-enlist to qualify for post 9/11. Yes, ma'am. She got 2 questions. You first, go ahead.
Do you suggest using the post 9/11 for masters instead of bachelor's?
I do, because of the cost. Cost is very different. Most master's programs cost you over $2,000 per course. Post 9/11 GI Bill pays you $250 per semester hour. So if my cost is like $400 or $500 per semester hour, that's gonna be close to $2,000 per course. Then post 9/11 GI Bill, even though you're gonna use it for tuition assistance top up, it still covers the delta, and it's still covered based on rate of pursuit, even though they're paying a lot of money for that course. It's still based on rate of pursuit. Write this number down so you all have a number to reference this. The number is 1-888-442-4551. 888-442-4551. That is to the VA Education Benefits line. And they can answer all those questions as well, but I wanna make sure I give y'all all of the stuff that I've gotten from the VA regarding your benefits. Now, these benefits are good. Now, here's another nice thing. The post 9/11 GI Bill does not expire anymore. At one point, it had a delimited period of 15 years. President signed into law this year in January that there's no delimited period on it. It does not expire, you can only exhaust it. So if you wait till you turn 60 or 70 years old, say, I wanna go back and take some in-flight missile repair courses, you can do that. If you take an in-flight missile repair course, you'll be in trouble, but that's okay, do that anyway, at 60 years of age. Yes, sir.
So, say if you transferred over to your dependents, right?
Yes, sir.
And that dependent gets a scholarship.
Right.
And like you said, 60 years there, can you still transfer it over to another dependent, like maybe?
Only while you're serving on active duty can you transfer the benefit to a dependent. You cannot give it to one once you leave active duty. But let's suppose you've effected the transfer while you were serving. You have 2 children, or your spouse and your child, and the child has a scholarship. You wanna say, well, let's give the rest of the benefit over to my wife, then you can do that, even after you leave active duty, but you have had to have transferred it while you were serving.
Okay, so as long as you initiate the transfer.
While you're serving,
Okay.
yes, sir. But that's to anyone that's qualified to receive it, not just, well, I had another baby and I left active duty, now I wanna take some from this child and give it to this child. No, it does not work. No. You gotta effect the transfer on all dependents while you're still on active duty. If you wanna give it to a dependent. If you're keeping it for yourself, there is no active duty service commitment involved. 0. Remember, the DD Form 2366 will tell you which benefit you actually have at present. And if you've applied for the benefit or used any of your GI Bill benefits, you can call the VA Education Benefits line directly and they will tell you how many months of benefits you have remaining. So let's say Erin Boone has used, let's say, 20 months of benefits, but she doesn't know that. She's used it for 20 months, but doesn't know how much money she's used of the 20 months, right? When she calls VA, they'll tell her exactly how many months and days she has remaining of benefits. Okay? Next question. Yes, ma'am?
How would you go about, if there's a process, to maybe like appeal to amend transfer credits to your CCAF? I finally got my credits in my 5 skill level and then transferred down and send them over to Maxwell. However, it seems like some of the credits, like for example, I know there's speech or public speaking, which I did take a class of, and they only give me 1 credit for that.
What?
How do they arbitrarily kind of like designate?
Here's what happened. The technical area, you may have needed some credits in technical, or maybe even in program elective, or even in English. Because maybe one of your English courses did not satisfy the full 3 semester hours required. You required 6 semester hours in English. But the speech course had already been divvied up prior to you completing that other course. So what happens when you want to make that change, you're going to see me, and I'm going to go in there and send an action request down to Maxwell, ask them to do a review and audit of your record, and I'll tell them exactly what they need to do.
Okay.
Here's why I have to tell them what they need to do. Because if we don't tell them, they will not do it. Because they don't look at your records every day as we do.
Okay.
So now that it's come to your attention, now it's my attention, your next step is to contact me, and you and I will sit down and punch it through.
Okay, so just
And
meet up
request them
with
to do
you.
an audit of your record and fix it.
Perfect.
Like you have Sergeant Stajnik, his stuff was submitted. And guess what? They still haven't done it. We did it 20 March. I told them exactly what to do. 20 March we did it. Now it's May. So now I gotta call him and cuss. How about that?
He was actually asking about that today in the
See?
office.
So let him know, we did it. I sent the same thing to them again. And
Will
they're
do.
afraid to touch it. They don't know what to do. Here's how you know when a credit transfer is over, so you all will know. When you look in your web progress report, you see transfer credit up top in the toolbar. Click on that. It gives you an option to pull up your school. Punch in your school's name and it'll pull your school up. Then when you see the courses that you have on your transcript in there, you'll look and say, okay, let's say ENG 101 or ENG 100. You type in ENG 100, it will tell you if it's acceptable by CCF and tells you what it's set up for. It's easy. So you have a lot of resources and tools to evaluate what you got, but contact us and we'll walk you through the process. We don't want you to fall short because I think you had to go through a lot of stuff for yours. You
I
had
did.
to get so many credits of college credit before they would give you residency status. Am I correct? Because you were going to Berkeley School of Music. Is that correct?
Not yet. I think I clept and/or DSST'd out of like 5 different courses, and then
Exactly.
after that satisfied my CCAF degree, and
Right.
then I started with Berkeley College of Music.
And then wouldn't you think, coming in the Air Force as a tech sergeant, already at skill level 5, 'cause that's what makes you a tech, right? That you, 7 level, excuse me, lost my head, 7 level. You would think you would already have the requirements for CCF because you're a professional. You're coming in with superior qualifications. No. Because of the academic setting, they're required to validate and verify your skill sets. They cannot verify and validate a band member's skill sets other than with their credentials. That's it. And so when you don't have a degree walking in and you got those skills, you gotta say, we gotta do something. You gotta show on paper where those skills come from. So this is why you had to go through what you went through, the CLEP and take coursework to satisfy the residency requirement for the program.
And there's also people like Sergeant McGreen. She's got her doctorate in music, and now still has to get her. Do you have your CCAF?
Oh
Or
no.
I mean,
One
that's,
math class.
that's crazy. Now she has to take
Yeah,
a math class
yeah.
to satisfy her CCAF degree in music. I've never quite understood that.
Here's why they do that. Air Force says, even though you're in the band, the primary mission of the Air Force is to fly, fight, and win. Everyone is required, because the Community College of the Air Force is a college that is sponsored by the Air Force. Our Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force at the time says it is a mandatory requirement that all enlisted members receive a Community College of Air Force degree. Why? Just supporting CCAF. Because if you're coming in with superior quals, why would you with a doctorate need a Community College of the Air Force degree? It's just to associate it with the Air Force, period. That's it. There's no other reason. Because you understand Air Force. And there's no school I can send the doctor to that's gonna satisfy CCF, any technical skill other than band. And she's mastered band. You've mastered band. So why would you need a degree from us when you're already getting a degree from Berkeley College of Music? And music business, I think.
Music business, yes.
See, okay.
I mean, I'll take another degree, sure.
Take
Why
another
not?
one, take another, right?
Sure.
But that's the point. So Air Force is focused on Air Force mission, even though you got that, you got to put the music down for a minute and you got to put your uniform on and go to MOP level 3 or 4 to dress up. That's why you need to have that, because there's a lot of technical skills involved. There's a lot of leadership, management, military skills involved. So they require everyone to be airman first. That's why. And the CCF kind of ratifies that in its own sense. Next question. That's it? Can't be. So anyway,
For now.
just so, you have one?
Go for now.
Okay,
For now.
I have another
Go ahead.
question. So, are you going to be over at the education office today at all, or is it every Tuesday still?
Every Tuesday I'm there.
Okay. So I can come see you about converting my
Yeah, we'll do that.
Montgomery
We'll do
to
that.
GI
Yes.
post
I can
9/11
even
GI
walk you
Bill.
through it on the phone if you want to do it
Oh.
sooner than later. It's up to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
You got my number.
Yes.
Okay, I'll hook you up.
So what do you need from me? Just
Nothing,
oh, you don't need anything.
nothing.
Okay.
Just you.
So how long
Doesn't-
does the process
Takes
normally
about
take?
10 minutes at the most.
Oh wow. That's
And it
easy.
takes about 30 days to receive your letter from the VA. Now keep in mind, once you receive your letter, don't throw it away. And also I recommend all of you create an e-benefits account online using your CAD card. So you can log into e-benefits and you can pull up your education benefit letter, you can put the GI Bill letter, and you can look at your letter and say, okay, I need to print another one off. You can print those letters off and you have all of them at your disposal anytime. Make sure when you get your letter, when you start school, this is another part you need to know. The letter is designed for you to provide a copy to the school, so the school will certify your enrollment to the VA, whether it be top-up or full tuition, doesn't matter. The VA pays the school directly, but in order for that to happen, the VA certifying official has to certify your enrollment to the VA to trigger the monies to come. This is tuition and fees to come, this is also to cover books that comes to your bank. So the number you call, like I gave you before, the 888 number for the VA, that's the same number you will also call to set up direct deposit when you start going to school, to let them put that money directly into your bank account. Okay? So, who have another question? Go.
What happened if you throw your letter away?
If you throw your letter away, you can get another one. Call that number. They'll give you another one. That's why I said set up an e-benefits account. You can access your letter anytime you want to. Set that e-benefits account up using your CAD card. That way it can give you a premier account and you can access your information anytime you want. You can also set up a DS login. Okay? Need that.
Do we
What
set
else?
up that account through the Air Force portal?
No, it's through
or-
ebenefits.va.gov.
Okay.
E-benefits, and to go to the website to look on how to apply for the post 9/11 GI Bill, it's gonna be va.gov. And you're gonna go to the part that says apply for benefits. Education benefits, of course. Just, education benefits, and you'll see that link. On the second block, it's the last one, the fourth one, I believe, fourth and fifth one on the bottom. You have 4 blocks on that page. So that's how we're gonna work it. Any other questions I can answer?
Sure. why not?
Yes, ma'am?
Will TA pay for, different degrees that the Air Force don't need?
See, here's how it works with TA. TA is your benefit. It has absolutely nothing to do with your AFSC. So you can get a degree in anything you want as long as the school is approved for the training of veterans. If it's approved to train the veterans and they've signed the DoD MOU 1322.25, they signed that DoD MOU, you can use TA for it. TA will pay for 1 associate, 1 bachelor's, and 1 master's degree. That's what TA will pay for. There are schools that will only charge you $750 per course if you're going for your master's degree, such as Liberty University. For a master's degree, they pay $750 a course. That's it, that's all it costs you. Okay? You can change your degree plan once at each level. Let's suppose you start out with an associate's of science in general education. You want to change that associate to one in business. You can change it at the associate level. Let's say you start your bachelor's. You want to get a bachelor's in IT versus cybersecurity. You can change it once. Same thing with the master's. I caution you about that because TA is based on the cap. 124 semester hours for the undergraduate programs and 42 semester hours for the master's program. If you keep changing your program and the transfer credits does not match up with the completion of your program, then you end up paying money out of your pocket to cover the remainder of your tuition. So make sure you stay within the cap. It takes 120 semester hours to get a bachelor's degree 60 semester hours to get an associate degree, and 36 semester hours to get a master's degree. So keep those in mind. So you don't wanna go way over that, because TA is only gonna cover at least 6 hours over the standard at the bachelor's and the master's level. That's it.
Do you, with I guess all the folks that come to you, would you recommend any commonly enrolled, I guess, universities that have graduate programs?
When you say common enroll, what do you mean? Like
Like,
a school that everyone is
Yeah,
going
that,
to?
yeah, that
No,
seems,
I don't recommend it. Here's why I don't recommend it, because everyone has different skill sets, different desires, and things they would like to do. When you pursue higher education, make sure you go into this mindset. You want to go to school for something that you want to do as a career choice, not because I went there, because what I'm doing is something different from what you may want to do. So the school that I'm going to specializes in information systems, technology, or business. You may want something totally different, such as HR or another area. Then you want to find a school that specializes in your specialty. And that's what you want to get your degree in. Do not just follow the crowd. Eagles don't flock, they come one at a time. You become an eagle when it comes to pursuit of higher education. But don't be afraid to pursue higher education because you think you're supposed to know it all before you get in the classroom. If you do that, you'll always lose. Keep in mind, you're going to school to learn.
right.
That's it. So,
But most affordable options, do you have like any recommendations
yes,
where
I
to
do.
start?
Lots of those.
Yeah, in terms of that.
Yes. Cost is important. Here's why cost is so important. Where'd you get your doctorate, ma'am?
University of Cincinnati.
How much did it cost you pretty much in terms of the whole program in itself? Did you pay a
doctorate
lot of
program?
money for it or just a little bit?
Well, they were paying me just enough to get by.
There
I
you
was
go.
teaching there.
There you go. How about when you went for your bachelor's and your master's?
Those cost me some money.
Costing you some money, right? Here's what I'll tell you. The schools on base teach all those basic subjects. I'll tell everyone, foundational coursework is general education through colleges throughout the entire country. The first years of college is all gen ed, pretty much. You choose your major during your junior and senior years, am I correct? When you choose that major, you already got the foundation built for the 2-year degree you currently have. This is why CCF can transfer all the credits into certain programs and you can start at your 3rd or 4th year, because you're required to get the foundational coursework completed first. And the standard that's been established with the community college with the Air Force is the same one that's been established on the outside. You gotta have at least 1 math and 2 English, 1 history, 1 humanities, and 1 social science or psychology, right? So you gotta have that done. And then the program electives can be anything you want it to be. Does not have to be related to your program of study. Relevant or irrelevant to it. And then your technical is your major. That's why you get a community college of the Air Force, which is a terminal degree, right? So all the credits you're pursuing right now are working toward a bachelor's and a master's degree, even though you're starting off at the associate level. So yes, there are schools that will charge you a lot of money for simple courses like math and English, but just remember this, math is always math, 4 operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Didn't change, right? Don't care what your level of education expertise is, it's still the same. English is still English, right? History is still history until you make it, right? Humanities does not change. You can't bring back Shakespeare and change him around. Sociology and psychology remains constant. Don't spend all your money in a big school because it has a prestigious name. Because I got my degree from GW, great. But how much did it cost you? All of my TA, 1 course. All of TA. You don't want to do that to yourself. Schools on base charge you below or at the TA threshold. You see? That's why we pull those schools. And there's lots of schools in the NCR that does the same exact thing, just to keep the military revenue flow and educate you all. Next question. Any more?
I got a statement.
You got a statement? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just an FYI, if you all do not know, apply for FAFSA.
That's a
Free
good one.
money.
Yes,
Free money.
that is free money. And you don't have to be married, and you don't have to have kids to apply for it.
No.
Keep in mind, you're independent students, and the cost of attendance exceeds your income. Believe what I tell you, it exceeds your income based on the expected family contributions that the federal government says it costs to go to school at certain schools. So, for example, let's say you're going to Howard University, and Howard costs you, let's say, $12,000 a year. Well, you can't afford to pay all that money out of your pocket, but guess what? TA will cover part of it, right? And then FAFSA may cover the rest of it through grants, Pell Grants. That's what you're looking for, not loans, grants. Grants is money you don't have to pay back. So I would highly recommend getting those grants if you can, if you qualify. And there's no guarantee you will, but I highly recommend all of us applying for it. If you're going for undergraduate coursework, it does not give you grants at the master's level. Pell Grants are there for all of us pursuing our associate and baccalaureate degrees. And even if you're going for your CCAF degree, you still can get grants. Even if TA pays the total cost of the course, you can still apply for grants. Here's what happens too. Any monies that's above and beyond the cost of attendance, because TA covers you each quarter, the school is required to give you the money back. So that's money going in your pocket to offset your expenses while you're going to school. Covers your books, computer, pens, paper, transportation, lunch while you're going to school, dinner while you're going to school. That's what those grants are designed to do. Make sense? Because keep in mind, if you're living at home and you're a dependent student, mom and dad is going to take care of you, right? But all of us in uniform are independent. That's why you would qualify. Next question. That's it. I guess my time is up, right?
No, go ahead.
Keep it going? Okay. So anyway, we'll keep it moving. Talk about what's going on this slide. Give me the next slide this time. This is some things that we do. We help you decide professionally, personally, how to decide how to achieve those goals. Why do we do this? Because we want you to make the most of every resource that the Air Force has to offer in pursuit and supporting you in pursuit of higher education. That's our goal. It's not to say, go to school because he's going to school. No, go for what you want to go to school for. I always tell everyone, make sure you're going to school for what you want to do as a career. Why am I telling you this? Because going to school for what you want to do makes you enjoy an enjoyable journey. Right, Quintella? You love doing what you're doing, right?
I do.
Bingo. There you go. I know that. She told me that. Next slide. These are the services we render to help support you in pursuit of higher education and your career goals. This is why we do this, is because it's what we get paid to do, but on the same mission, our mission is your mission. You guys and ladies support us. You defend us. So our goal is to make sure we are a resource available to you as much as we possibly can be. Next slide. It's not working. Testing programs, these are different tests you can take while you're here in the area. We don't have a testing center here on JBAP anymore, but I can give you the number to Andrews. Write this number down, 301-981-6377. That's to the Andrews Education Office, and they can set up testing for you there. Also, I'll give you the number to the testing center at Andrews. It's going to be 301-981-6337. These are tests. How many of us are language qualified? Anyone? No linguists? Okay. Next slide. How many of us had problems in math or English while we're studying, going to school? No problem? We're all smart? You're smart? You? Okay. Go back one slide if you can, Ty. This website, OASC, Online Academic Skills. That is a site created by the United States Navy to help improve your math and English skills and other subjects as well. It gives you a pre-assessment based on the subject you're doing. It will train you based on your assessment outcome. Then it'll do a post-assessment with you to see how well you have improved on the site. Why is that important? Because the goal is for you to enhance those skills, not leave a weakness as a weakness, to strengthen it. So this site is a very good site created by the United States Navy. You can Google it.